morning, everybody. Welcome to the 5th episode of Reinsurance by 𝗟𝗡𝗙. As your host, Patrick Gregory Mwale, I'm here to welcome a very key partner towards the development of the African insurance and reinsurance industry, Mr. Joe Asmar. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Good morning, Patrick. Thank you for having me with you in this nice podcast and in Zambia.
You're welcome. You're welcome, sir. Mr. Asmar represents Chedid Capital Group under the ambit of Chedid Re, based out of Dubai, originally based out of Lebanon, but with offices all across the African continent, all across the Middle East. They have grown over the past 20 years into a powerhouse across Africa, Middle East, and Asia. And we're proud to have them on this episode of Reinsurance by 𝗟𝗡𝗙. To kick off the discussion, Mr. Asmar, from your perspective, how is it that in the Middle East, the insurance and reinsurance market has been so resilient, even in times of turbulence such as now?
In the Middle East, the insurance and reinsurance sector has been investing a lot in terms of capital. Okay, we see companies with high capital capabilities. Also, they have been diversifying their portfolios in terms of the lines of business that they have been offering to clients. At the same time, there has been a lot of good reinsurance arrangements in terms of the capacity that is supporting them. And many of them have been also investing heavily into everything related to risk management, data analysis, compliance, to protect their interests and their interests of their clients. At the same time, we have seen throughout the years big and more investment, everything related to IT, digital, and even now AI. We have seen big move from legacy systems towards more proactive systems to be more up to date with their capabilities, the know-how, and their portfolios.
Fantastic. That kind of brings me to the point where we've seen how Chedid Capital Group, Chedid Re specifically, has bought into the African continent, the ACII acquisition, several other acquisitions, and now basically you setting up a very strong footprint by supporting companies such as Gregory Re out of Zambia. The next question is basically saying, how do you see the upcoming or existing emerging risks playing into your strategy in Africa?
Africa, for us, for sure, is an opportunity. We are, as a group, focusing a lot on developing countries where we believe we can bring added value to our clients and capabilities. But despite that, in Africa, there are also a lot of challenges that we are facing, and I think everybody is facing. It's related to political stability in certain territories, it's relating to exchange rates, it's relating to transfer of money. But when we took this commitment, we decided to fully engage in Africa. At the same time, we are investing with local teams, and we are bringing this added value that made us successful. This added value is to provide specialization, to provide added value in terms of the services that we are giving to our client, whether on facultative or whether on treaty. We also are involving new lines of business that are different from the, let's say, standard lines. And we have been involving a lot of trainings, development to companies, to our clients, and bringing new capacities to support regional reinsurers, African reinsurers, and our clients in the continent.
Fantastic. That tends to speak into the purpose of insurance in bringing about economic development, stability in societies. With that in mind, what role do you see insurance and reinsurance playing in taking any of the wins that we currently have, both Middle East, and in Africa forward, even in light of all the risks you've mentioned? What role can we as industry players play?
Today, the insurance and reinsurance sector play a major role for development of economy. And this is in particular related to risk protection for investors. Today, no investor or no person who is ready to invest in case he doesn't have really the financial certainty that his investment is protected. So the insurance sector is assisting or is accompanying the investors or entrepreneurs to make more projects, whether in the Middle East or in Africa. So our role in the insurance and reinsurance is to protect infrastructure, to protect money that is invested, and this eventually will help to grow the investment in different countries, Middle East and Africa. At the same time, we see it in terms of development of certain lines of business also that is needed in Africa. If I take, for example, agriculture, if I take mining, if I take infrastructure or energy or renewable energy, all of these sectors need insurance to accompany them and help them grow the investment needed to grow the economy of the different countries in Africa.
That is going to lead us into a very important last question. The Republic of Zambia last year had 2 credit rating upgrades. We've moved out of default status, and as it currently stands, our exchange rate is now stable. Insurance, as 𝗟𝗏𝗙 Re likes to put it out there, is an aid to trade, exactly as you've explained it. Now, from Chedid Re's perspective, how best do you think we can use partnerships with entities such as yourselves, who have the breadth of having operated in not only Middle East, but in Africa and in Asia, selectively, cautiously, over more than 20 years? How best can we tap into such a partnership to achieve those developmental agenda goals?
Partnerships are very much needed in insurance, and it's not only between insurance and reinsurance, but also between regulators, between insurance companies, and it's all cycle to help reinforce the offering that we are giving to our client, have a better security that we are offering. At the same time, insurance sectors, in terms of money generated that is invested in the economy, in terms of the human resources that are being also developed and trained to bring future leaders, help to grow all this confidence in Zambia and also in the insurance sector in Zambia. So from our role, for sure, there are a lot of perspective and solution that we can give. But at the same time, this will require the support from you as reinsurers, from the regulator, and from the government. In particular, in the future, having more penetration related to certain lines of business. If I take, for example, motor and medical, but also for certain other lines of business where you need the regulation, where you need the accompany of the regulator to assist, have a setup, and at the same time have rules and regulation to have strong companies like Finsbury supporting the market and other reinsurers to support the local companies in terms of growing their business, growing the different lines of business where they don't have the expertise, having trainings, having seminars, and at the same time, investing in people. So it's a whole process that everybody need to cooperate together to grow the awareness and the level of the insurance market in the country.
Fantastic. A last question with regards to how to unlock these opportunities. What would you say is the top emerging risk that you currently see reinsurers facing in Africa?
I think there are a lot of risks that we are facing, a lot of emerging risks, but I think coping with technology today in Africa is a key factor. And the investment in technology is crucial. Today, technology is going so fast, it's changing a lot of things. Many companies and many reinsurers need to adapt to this, okay? This, for sure, it's one of the biggest investment, but it will help a lot of companies to be able to handle better risk management, exposures, servicing their client, supporting the claims, and providing a real added value to the whole ecosystem that they work with.
Thank you. Mr. Asmar, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we sign off, we remain thankful to all those who've taken time to watch this podcast. And please look forward to the next episode of Reinsurance by Chedid Re. Signing off. Goodbye.